Good day, ma'am. I am Sheena Tindoc, and this is my lesson plan defense, and I will be answering the 5 questions. So, the first question is, what is your lesson about, and why did you choose this lesson? So, my lesson is about the long O sound. And basically, I choose this one since I'm an early childhood educator. So, the phonological awareness is very essential for the critical mind of the learners. So, enable them to understand specific language and communication and enable them to read is first thing that an educator do is letting the learners know the letter sounds. So I choose the long O sound since it is very essential for their growth and development to be aware of the letter sounds, and it is helpful for them to read and to absorb information since it allows them to read and understand stories and different languages that is been given to them. So the second question is, how will your lesson contribute in developing lifelong learners? So my lesson contribute as it is very essential. So it was what I have said a while ago. It is very essential for them and understanding, and it encouraged them to read. It encouraged them to set goals and awareness, and allowing them to nurture their knowledge and skills, and knowing their capabilities and where can you adjust something and where can you provide something. So the long O sound is very important since it develops their thinking skills also and their communication skills. So it allows them to express their thoughts and ideas by simply me giving instructions, providing interactive learning lessons that will allow them to be aware about the environment. So the third question is, what innovative teaching pedagogies did you use? So my teaching pedagogies being used in the lesson plan is the reach teacher talk and the collaborative learning, and of course the knowledgeable awareness. I use that strategies and techniques allowing them to more understand and to be innovative in a way of teaching. So I use the modern technology as well the instructional materials the traditional way, so that I provide instructional materials that are useful for them to cater their interests and answering their questions about it. So in the Reach Teacher Talk, I read stories that are a lot of like letter O or the long O words and phrases that has been put in there. I provide flashcards as well as being collaborative. I group them into different students, learners, so that I could assess if they learned something. So that is one way that I could reflect into myself if I was doing good on delivering lessons. So those are my teaching pedagogies that I've been setting into, so I could provide something that could nurture their knowledge. And then the fourth question is, were the intended learning outcomes achieved? How did you assess? So for that, the learning outcomes basically is that I set goals and procedures in doing so. So actually I have achieved the learning outcomes. How did I assess this? I provide instructional materials that is relevant and timely for the topic, and giving assessments or test questions so that I could know if they were coping up with me. So those are the things that I use so that I know if they were answering and they could cope up about it. So that is very important also, no. So the test questions help me to be guided of where can I adjust specific things so that I could adjust and provide a lot more I could offer more. So if you teach the same lesson, how will you do it differently? So if I will be given a chance to teach the same lesson, the first thing I will do is be more creative and be flexible about it and giving more knowledge. And I will be allowing myself to be trained and to be critic about the way I demonstrate or give or construct my lesson plan so that I could give more and allow myself to grow, not just for me and also for the future learners that I will be having. So to answer that question, the mere thing that I could do is be more knowledgeable and flexible enough and be creative and doing my very best so that I could provide a lot more in nurturing the knowledge skills of the learners, because we are early childhood educators. We develop the knowledge and skill and we're the foundation of everything. So that's all, ma'am. So thank you so much, ma'am, for allowing me to do this, and that is my lesson plan defense. And I hope you enjoy watching. Thank you. God bless, ma'am.